Where are you walking from and to?
I'm walking from Helsingborg, Henrik Larsson's hometown. His statue, to be exact, to Glasgow Celtic Park.
Why would you undertake such a crazy mission?
It's a long and a short story, but the short story is that I was severely ill this winter, or last winter, and I ended up with loss of memory and memory issues and severe cognitive issues after that. And I'm a PhD student, so due to those side effects, I couldn't keep writing my dissertation. So I'm on sick leave now still because of that. And I was hospitalized for quite a while. And when I got out eventually, I hadn't been able to go outside by myself for such a long time. So when I got out, it was such huge relief for me. So I just started walking all day, basically all day. And it continued day after day after day. And it was like a way of me to sort of regain power of myself after feeling extremely powerless after hospitalization and cognitive issues and not being able to work. It was a way of, finding my way back to myself. And I mean, after a while I was like, maybe I should just walk somewhere, maybe I should just walk very far. And then I started Googling it and found other women who done similar things, etc. Parallel to this, I watched football. I watched Celtic, and it sounds made up, but it was true. It felt like I was walking and I watched Celtic, and my mom teased me for it. And I think it was before a derby or anything. Stuck in the Swedish countryside, I felt so lonely, stuck, and all. And I just told my mom, why don't I just cycle to Glasgow? There are no flights anyways. I just want to go to a game. And she said, why do you cycle? You can just walk. You walk every day anyways. So I was like, maybe I should actually do that. Maybe I should actually walk to Glasgow. And that wasn't the moment where I decided to do it 100%, but that was sort of the starting point in a way. And maybe I should mention also why I support Celtic. I've supported Celtic. I started to support Celtic. It sounds like a bit like I'm a fake Celtic supporter because I'm not by birth a part of this community. I'm just a part of this community due to Henrik Larsson. I absolutely adored him when I was a kid. Even though it was in Celtic or the Swedish national team, I adored him. And I played for a green and white team, and I loved football. I played football all my life. So football has always been there in various ways. So I just got stuck. And it has been more or less present in my life. It's obviously a bit more difficult to be active when you're 15 and live in the Swedish countryside and you don't have any Celtic family, of course. But then I moved to Glasgow in my 20s, and that's when it escalated, sort of. I'm 31 now. Yeah. And I kept going to games. I was lucky enough to stay with a host family that they were Celtic supporter and they could help me with tickets. So I'm so grateful for them. Like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So that's like how Celtic became like increasingly important in my life.
Well, this
So
channel is a Celtic world, and we speak to Celtic fans all over the place. And
that's very
many of us are sort of Irish or Scottish expats, but lots of people aren't, and lots of people come to Celtic in a variety of ways. You know, one of the strongest Scottish accents you'll hear on this channel is a South Korean guy who's got absolutely no connection whatsoever with Celtic. He just heard the story, he read about it, fell in love with the story, and he's watched lots of Scottish comedy shows, and that's where he's picked up the accent from. So, you know, it's a broad church, and we're delighted that you're a part of the family.
Thank you. It's good to hear.
Okay. Well, let's have a little look at the journey, shall we?
Yeah.
So here we have the route. Ella, maybe you can talk us through the early stages of this. You're starting, as you say, in Helsingborg, which is here.
Yeah.
And then talk us through the initial walk.
Yeah, so I will walk from Helsingborg, Henrik Larsson's hometown, Sweden, take the ferry to Denmark, then walk through south through Denmark, and then ferry, a bit further down, ferry, over there to Germany, and then I go a bit down south to Hamburg, and then from Hamburg to Bremen, and Bremen to the Dutch border, through the Netherlands to Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam to Newcastle, and then up north
and then
to Glasgow.
Incredible. And I read that you're planning to sleep under the stars where possible.
Yeah.
Camping.
No tent.
No tent.
No tent.
Oh, why did you add that as a factor?
I mean, this sounds so incredibly sentimental. You don't have to include this, but there are so many people struggling much more than I will ever do every single day, and especially like every single day while I'm walking. And I saw this project that the Celtic Foundation had with like sleeping outside, like a challenge they had when people stayed outside. So I felt like, yeah, I can do that. I can try and do that. But I want, so that was sort of like what inspired me from the start. But I won't sleep outside every night because I don't think my body could cope with that, because I need to sleep like properly. And I'm not gonna sleep outside when it's raining.
Sure.
And so, sorry?
Sure. No, well, I was just going to say, we haven't mentioned that, as you say, this is for the Celtic Foundation, and this is your page, Just Giving, a 1,000-mile solo trek from Sweden to Celtic Park. And your target is £10,000. Currently, you've raised a little over 1,000, 1,294. We're going to try and get that up for you.
Thank you.
Certainly, I will be contributing by the time this goes out, and hopefully some members of a Celtic world and the general Celtic world out there, because you know, you're deserving of great support in this endeavor. 1,000-mile solo trek. How long is this going to take you?
I estimate it's going to take me 52 days.
Wow.
It's and that means I will need to walk a half marathon to a marathon every day.
Goodness me, that's a lot. You won't stop until you've reached and touched the statue of Celtic's founder, Brother Walfrid, at Celtic Park in early October 2026.
Yeah.
So you're going to be cataloging your journey on Instagram from the start date, which is the 25th of August. That's
Yeah.
very, very soon.
That's very soon.
And as the date approaches, are you increasingly excited and positive about it, or slightly anxious?
I mean, like, I spoke with my friend earlier today, and of course I'm both very excited and very nervous, but I don't feel anything right now because I feel like it's a bit too much. And I've been preparing for this since March. So I feel like, oh wow, it's actually happening now. Oh, I mean, like, I've been in this for such a long time now. It just feels, it's starting to feel like more and more unreal in that sense. But yeah, I am excited and I am nervous.
One step at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
Take the ferry to Denmark and start walking through Denmark. Take it from there.
Yeah, I have to like split the route up into like several like pieces because I think it will be very hard. Like after 6 days, I walked like 6 marathons, 6 days in a row. I will feel like thinking about Celtic Park by then will be very overwhelming. So I think it will be like, yeah, okay, let's cross the Danish border, let's cross the German border, let's cross the Dutch border, etc.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, I mean, I'm slightly nervous for you as well.
Other people
Probably
are.
one question is people saying, just stay safe, especially if you're sleeping out, things like that. Obviously, choose your spots wisely. I imagine in the big cities, you're more likely to be staying in a hotel. Is that right?
I'll stay with other Celtic supporters.
That's part of the plan.
So if there are people out there, knowing people around the route, I would be so grateful.
Oh, yeah.
If they would be willing to host me, that would be amazing. It's easier to find people in the larger cities, such as Hamburg, of course, and Bremen and Amsterdam, but it's a bit more difficult to find people in between. And I will also stay with there's something called couch surfing. It's when you
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. Have you
But
reached out to the CSCs or anything on the route, the supporters clubs?
Yeah, it's not the best route for Celtic Supporters Club, unfortunately. It's one in Hamburg, and in Amsterdam and Newcastle.
Yeah.
And probably like up north through England as well, and then Scotland.
There's a fair few.
Yeah.
And are there people on the other end who are going to meet up with you in Glasgow to be there for your triumphant walk up to the statue?
My host family will be there. That's all I know now. But yeah, it would be amazing if people could meet up with me. Of course, that would be brilliant, really.
Well, we're just a humble little podcast, but we'll do what we can to try and help with all of the things that we mentioned: the funds, the people along the way, and the people in Glasgow. And we'll see what we can do to help get the word out there, Ella.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations in advance for this incredible undertaking. You've got great courage and vision to do such a thing.
Thanks.